We begin tonight with something brand new in America today. It is day one.
I'm 31 years old. I'm a woman. I'm a United States Marine, and I'm a lesbian. And, pardon me, prior to today, if I had said that, I could expect to be discharged from the military.
Don't ask, don't tell is dead.
This is history. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. It's not just a victory for me, but it's for everybody who's serving their country today, who can't speak out for themselves.
Hey, it's the morning of September 20th. I could not sleep. It's 2:45, and I'm probably about as nervous as I can ever remember being. I'm about to call my dad in Alabama. He has no clue, nor do any members of my family.
Hello?
Hey, Daddy.
Hey, bud.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Will you love me, period?
Yeah.
Like you'll always love me, as long as I'm Dad, I'm gay.
Okay.
Like, always have been. I've known since forever. And, I know I haven't seen you in like a year, and, I don't know when's the next time I'll be able to see you. I didn't want to do it over the phone. I wanted to tell you in person, but, I didn't want you to find out any other way.
Okay.
You still love me?
I still love you, son. I still love you, and I will always love you. And I will always be proud of you, okay?
Yeah. All right, well, I love you, Daddy. Thanks for everything.
Love you too, son.
I'll be home before too long.
Okay, give me call from that.
All right, I love you.
Love you too, bud.
All right, bye. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, my Lord. Today is day one of the United States military after Don't Ask, Don't Tell. In the run-up to Repeal Day today, an 88-year-old World War II veteran spoke at a ceremony marking the policy's repeal in Georgia. Today, just hours after the repeal became effective, two active duty service members spoke openly for the first time about being gay in the military during a press conference with the Service Members Legal Defense Network in Washington. Last night in San Diego, service members and their supporters celebrated the repeal as it happened, as it took effect. In Washington tonight, parties plan to celebrate Repeal Day all over the city. The Washington Post is actually keeping a running list on their website at this point. There's also a Repeal Day ceremony planned for tonight at Joint Base Lewis McChord in Washington State. The guest of honor there, Major Margaret Witt, a flight nurse who successfully sued after she was kicked out under Don't Ask, Don't Tell. She's been a guest on this program. Senators who worked to repeal the policy held a press conference on Capitol Hill today alongside openly gay service members who this time yesterday would not have been allowed to be openly gay service members. The White House issuing a statement today saying in part, quote, "Today the discriminatory law known as Don't Ask, Don't Tell is finally and formally repealed. As of today, patriotic Americans in uniform will no longer have to lie about who they are in order to serve the country they love. As of today, our armed forces will no longer lose the extraordinary skills and combat experience of so many gay and lesbian service members. And today, as Commander-in-Chief, I want those who were discharged under this law to know that your country deeply values your service." That was from the official statement out of the White House on Repeal Day today. But President Obama's re-election campaign also sent out an email about the repeal from campaign manager Jim Messina. Quote, "Today, Don't Ask, Don't Tell is officially over. This is one of the administration's signature achievements. Countless Americans fought hard to end this law over the course of nearly 2 decades, and President Obama is proud to have signed the repeal. It's a reminder that as broken as Washington is and as long as change can take, people and organizations can do amazing things when they work together and never waver from the vision that unites them. There's a lot more to do in the months ahead, but today is one to savor." Now, there's a video linked to that email that President Obama's re-election campaign sent out today. It is a video that links the policy to the people that it affects and, frankly, to the administration's satisfaction with winning this particular hard political fight.
Living under Don't Ask, Don't Tell is something that you can't put into words.
For example, when the admiral would call me to his office, this little voice in the back would always say, gee, I hope that somehow I haven't been outed and that he's calling me in to tell me that my career is over.
The wording of it is really misleading because it makes people think that under the policy you can be gay, lesbian, or bisexual and serve, but just not talk about it. But it's a lot more than that.
Don't Ask, Don't Tell also meant I would lead a very empty life by myself to be able to follow the law.
My professional judgment as an old, straight, bald guy who spent 35 years in the military, Don't Ask, Don't Tell actually takes away from military readiness. We have critical, very, very difficult to fill military occupation specialties where we discharged fully qualified, fully trained combat veterans who are exactly what the military wanted simply because we had a Don't Ask, Don't Tell law on the books, which most of the military thought didn't make sense.
We are not a nation that says don't ask, don't tell. We are a nation that says out of many, we are one. We are a nation that welcomes the service of every patriot. We are a nation that believes that all men and women are created equal. Those are the ideals that generations have fought for. Those are the ideals that we uphold today. And now it is my honor to sign this bill into law.
The message from the Obama re-election campaign is not just, let's be glad Don't Ask, Don't Tell is over. They're doing all they can to lock up the political capital that should accrue to them for having won this, for having gotten Don't Ask, Don't Tell repealed. This is part of why winning political fights is actually a great predictor of whether you will win more of them. It's because to the victor go the spoils, both politically and emotionally. Winning helps you win more. But maybe the most moving thing, the most emotional thing about this policy change for people who support this policy change is finding out what is going to happen to the individual people whose lives were ruined by this policy, but who still now, because it happened now, because it didn't take longer, because it didn't take another 10 years, those people who still have a chance to U-turn their lives.
As soon as Don't Ask, Don't Tell is officially off the books, I'm going back to finish what I started.
I'm going back in because I want to keep giving back to my country.
In addition to those folks highlighted in the Obama re-election campaign video today, Army Lieutenant and Iraq War veteran Dan Choi, who you met on this program, who was discharged under the policy after coming out on this show. Dan Choi now says he plans to re-enlist. An ousted New Mexico airman tells his local news station today he is considering re-enlisting. Two others telling their local Chicago news station they are thinking about going back. Service Members Legal Defense Network says they are already working with a number of people discharged under Don't Ask, Don't Tell who are now going to rejoin. This Navy officer was married in Vermont at the stroke of midnight last night, highlighting that openly gay people in the military will also want equal rights. So it's not like this is a done deal. But today was a big deal, and today was about coming out, which is what the policy was fundamentally about. Tens of thousands of gay people have been serving in the United States military during this whole debate, while the policy has existed. Now that the policy is gone, they can make their own decision about whether or not and how to say who they are. It can no longer be used against them.